All right, welcome back to another episode of Alex Loses Games. I actually want to call this...
The Art of Lose Chest.
I want to call this series Lessons Learned.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I learned a lesson in them. And they're all, losses, of course, because you want to learn a lesson from them. But here's a game from the Raccoon Cup. So it is against Smartly in the Raccoon Cup. It's a Nobility game, obviously. And in this game, this is about a week ago now, so I don't remember it that well. But the cliff notes are, he goes small bag Earl. And really, what?
Don't ruin it for him.
Well, I want to talk about the theme,
Okay.
He goes small bag Earl, and really, the speed at which that took the game for me really caught me off guard. Like, I saw him doing it, I see the small bag coming together, and then really, about twice as fast as I thought, he won. And it went so quick, and I want to kind of look at, where could I have done something different?
Yeah.
I actually don't remember the gameplay here at all, but let's look at the draft. So I am banning first. Big units here: Bannerman, Mercenary. Mercenary, there's no enlist. And then Earl with March, very powerful. And then, Cavalry's here. Typical good units.
Yeah.
Scout is here. That's okay. I will say Mercenary with Reinforce is is good. I like that.
It's a good one.
Little boost. I'm pretty sure that I'm first picking. So if I don't, what counters Bannerman here? Let's think about that. It's Cavalry.
Cavalry.
Right? A little bit crossbowmen. If I ban Cavalry, he basically has to ban Bannerman. Otherwise, I get it, and then there's no counter. And then if that goes my way, then I get Mercenary, my favorite unit. And then
Did you pick Mercenary over earlier? I guess we'll find out.
I would. Yeah, I would.
Man, you really love Mercenary.
I do love Mercenary. But then he does get Earl Scout, and that is pretty dangerous.
That's really dangerous. Really dangerous.
It's really dangerous. I don't remember, but I think my ban is Cavalry. That's what I would ban today. Let's see what I banned. I did ban that. And then he bans Bannerman, just as planned. And then I take Mercenary. Yeah. And then he takes Earl Scout, probably.
I think Earl would have been the best unit in this draft.
Yeah. I mean, it won the game, for sure. But I just really like Mercenary so much that I just can't get away from it. I get Crossbowmen. Ensign. He takes Archer by choice. And then I get stuck with the Lancer. So I got the messy hand, but of course with a Merc, there's no such thing, which is so beautiful. I do my typical Mercenary Rush opener. Whether I do it or not, we'll see. I don't remember. But I like to always open this way, and I love to threaten the Mercenary Rush and prepare for it.
I don't know if it's a big or small thing. I would have done it the other side.
Over here?
Well, I feel like when you have Earl Scout, you're probably going to put him on that side for him.
Yeah. And
you could defend a little bit of that by pushing a Mercenary out.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a very thoughtful
so
point.
So, Earl with a deploy and then a move can end up on one of the 2 points already. But if your Mercenary were, say, in the middle, he can't do that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You might be right. That might be just better. Look, he spies me. Turn 1. I don't really know what this is about.
Some people love that shit.
Well, it works better when Mercenary's not involved. With a Mercenary, it seems
you're
like,
right.
what are you gonna do? Anything, I can always move it,
Yeah.
I think he ends up doing nothing with it. Oh, yeah, he did nothing. So then I just do the Mercenary walk, as you'd expect. He recruits an Earl, the early indicator that he's going to be invested.
Pun intended.
Early. Oh, I was thinking like early bird.
Yeah.
But that's
a fantastic
wouldn't even
word
read
choice
as a
name.
pun because it's like too subtle.
It's a fantastic name.
Early bird. No, that's funny. Archer leads. I found that kind of interesting. I mean, if that's your hand, but that's
Yeah.
like the last chip he's deploying.
But it also
What were his other 2 chips?
protects, against the mercenary a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it does.
You got to respect it.
But like, what was this chip? He didn't deploy this unit. He recruited with it, and then it chose. I mean, Marshall. I don't know. And then he chose to deploy.
I mean,
it was Scout. I bet.
it could have been Marshall too, though.
This is the thing that I talk about all the time. Where
Yeah.
if this is a Scout, you might as well just recruit with it because the second time the Scout comes around, you'll be able to deploy it forward anyway. You get a better advantage off of it.
I mean, it could be. I definitely could be Marshall too, and he want to make sure he gets his Earl out.
Well, I'm saying he should have recruited with Archer and then deployed the better unit, the Marshal in this case.
Oh.
I would consider the better unit.
Well, but again, it protects against the.
It does.
I think in this situation, the Archer one is the better to put out.
I did this move here. This is minor importance, but instead of moving forward, I moved this way so that when I deploy the Lancer, he's got the shot. That's something that's like if you have a Lancer on your team, you want to not block his straight. You want to get out of the way. That's something that I see people forget, and I forget sometimes too. So much for the defense, though. This is weird to me because now
That's
I can
really
just,
interesting.
Now I can just go kill it.
Well, he gets Scout, so he could. That shows me that he probably has 2 Scouts. Because then if you move, well, I mean, actually that's tough. I don't know what the fuck. Well,
Language. We got a minors watching.
sorry. Yeah,
Let us know if you're minor.
this is. I'm gonna guess that this is probably a Scout here. His chip here.
Hey, he's got to have a scout somewhere.
I don't think he recruited with the Scout. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, look at this. This is really funny too. He just didn't.
He just forgot.
He forgot, and he said it in chat too. Oh. And I'm like, I wish I could let you just adjust it, but like in real life, I would just say it's fine. But in this game, you can't.
Man.
Yeah, he forgot to.
Jeez.
He passed in his opportunity to move up.
Oh.
And he hated it.
Sag.
And I felt bad for him, and I'm like, hey, I wish I could do anything, but you can't. So there's the move. He does have to scout eventually, right? So now it's like for me, I'm like, do I just go kill that Archer then? I mean, I think I got to say yes because I'm a mercenary.
Well, you can't kill it right now, right? I mean,
well, if I just go there,
you can go there.
I would like it. I still can't get shot, so it's not that important. I do this because I want to move up here, and then get the shot over here.
And you're going to use that ensign to recruit?
Probably.
God, the Marshal on the same side as the...
Yeah, the Archer-Marshal combo is very powerful.
I mean, looks like a pretty grody start from him.
This was a Marshal chip then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess he could have a Marshal in here somewhere. But
I still think he has 2 Scouts. That's just how it looks.
There goes a Scout. Move him up 1 to do that Earl block.
Sure, yeah.
So it's another game where it's like, wow, man, I sure can't lose this game, huh? Like, looking at this board, it's like, this is completely insane. I got this taken. This side is complete paper mache.
Yeah.
He's got this stupid unit. He's got this completely useless Archer that's dead. This dude is locking this row. I mean, this is not super strong here, but, like, this looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I like your spot a lot right now.
Yeah, I like my spot, too. Let's see how I fuck this up.
You just told me not to swear.
Well...
And he bolsters off the Marshal. I mean, again, he's just...
Why wouldn't he? He's useless.
Yeah, I know. It's just again,
So
he's
weak.
conceding the side.
I think, what am I doing here? Deploy this dork?
Yeah,
Deploy that dork over there.
Although, honestly, well, yeah.
You're
kind
kind of moving the Lancer around?
Yeah, it's not the worst,
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't plan to move the crosswoman, might as well put him on the side where you can move the Lancer, but...
Control. Because why not?
Yeah, he's probably just going to bolster the Archer off. I don't think he's going to try and fuck with you. I don't know. Yeah.
Complete concession of that side.
But, yeah, I mean, it is annoying to have that Archer there. I mean...
Yep.
Because then he can just recruit it later and move on to the point. It could have made sense to kill him there.
Now I go here, which is I like this move because I'm still threatening that line, obviously.
You got a little juicy bag, though.
But now I can take it. Yeah, my bag is kind of fat.
But you also have active ensign and crosswoman right now, right? So you could move and shoot, which you get the option to.
Mm-hmm. So I don't remember what I do. This is a pretty interesting spot because there's a lot of ways I can play this with ensign.
Yeah.
I can his bag is small. His bag is 3. He's got 3 bag. He's down to only Earl and Scout.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point in the game is when it's like I'm trying to jockeying for position. He just wins this game in a flash right now. And it's like, oh my god, what happened?
Yeah. The archer thing is a big deal because he can march that, huh?
He can, yeah.
I mean, if you get off the point, he can march the archer onto your point.
It's true. He needs to recruit an archer to control still, but
yeah.
You're
but
correct.
I think you should have killed it. Instead of controlling.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about the march interaction.
Yeah.
So okay, what should I do? Let's think about that. I don't know what I do, but what should I do? It's should I move this dude here and get this locked up? Because if I move up one, he'll just move out of the way, right? If I move up to shoot, he'll just move out of the way. If I move here, it makes it a little awkward for him. Then he can move down here, but he doesn't end up on a point.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think I would have moved crossbowman up and controlled.
Move up and control? Yeah, because that's a good move. Because if he moves, then I can control. He controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I don't remember what I do, honestly. So.
I think my first play...
Move down. Yeah, that's okay. I
mean,
I got things to do.
Yeah, it sucks. I thought archers there.
So let's see what he does.
Those are the butt times.
He recruits.
Does he?
He doesn't. He almost recruited. Instead, he marches. He marches there.
Sure.
And now I go to the point, I think. Although now I kind of regret it. I think I probably should have gone here. Well, no, I shouldn't have, because then he can control and march away.
Yeah.
And then he recruits with his scout chip, I suppose. Now I control, because it's why not?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you're in a little bit of poop here.
I mean, I'm still not feeling like I'm in that much trouble yet. This is why I get so caught off guard. Because look, I got a full bag of mercenaries, and I'm almost here. This guy's chilling here. He's going to control this. The thing is, my bag is huge, and whether or not I draw the Lancer is critical. If I miss my Lancer, then I'm not controlling shit. But looking at this, I'm like, well, my Lancer's on a point, and my mercenaries 1 away. I'm going to just win the game.
Yeah.
I'm not really...
This is another situation, though, and I don't know if it's going to come into play, but another situation where I would have loved to have been controlling this point with Lancer. And I know the threatening the Earl is really good.
Yeah, right.
But now your mercenary is going to have to retreat away from where the conflict's going to be to control a point instead of going towards the conflict.
You're correct.
Those things matter.
So he controls and he marches
towards Lancer.
Yep. So now I'm like, okay, I expected this, and I'm like, well, it's fine. I'll just draw Lancer.
Easy. Everybody else does.
There's nothing hard about it. I did not draw the Lancer. So now I think, I wonder, I don't know what I do here. I could have also drawn a crossbow, would have been pretty nice, but I just did not.
So, actually, I'm very curious what you do here.
I have no idea. What should I do?
Not a bad spy spot, because he does have a 4-bag, not a 3-bag.
I'm sure I don't spy.
I mean, he's going to get an Earl no matter what. But if he did have 2 in his hand, you could chop 1 off.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been a good spy. I did not spy.
You could also, assuming he is going to kill Lancer, you can save that for a march. So you don't have to spy here. Bolstering off, the ensign.
I feel like I'm going to bolster ensign. That's what I think.
That's fine. I think I would have liked to. I don't like that.
I made the worst move.
That is the absolute worst move.
I don't know what I'm thinking here.
That is. I mean, that's.
Am I hoping he missed the Earl draw? Like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
That is the absolute worst thing you could have done.
That's the worst move in the worst order. Like, I could even, like, that would have been a bad move if it was the last move I made of this round, but as the first move, it's absolutely atrocious.
What happened?
It's just, you know, you're playing distracted. Like, this is, looking at this replay now, it's like, what a horrible move that is.
That's, yeah.
Like, he's just gonna...
I mean, I don't like that the archer, like, I think you should have killed the archer. That's kind of like a so-so thing. I mean, I think this is where you lost the game.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Like, I definitely should have done, like, anything else.
Yeah.
Bolster the ensign would have been a much better, you know, and I'm going to do that anyway. I should have done that first. Let the dude stand watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because then you had the march plus the mercenary available. If you bolster ensign first, you could have marched.
Now I bolster ensign. I mean, like, I knew I was going to bolster the ensign, and it's like, why would I not? The order of how you do things is so important. I mean, this is a terrible move in any order. I'll say that, right? But, like, at least I would have known, like, maybe in my head, I'm brain farting hard. Oh, did he miss the Earl? Maybe he doesn't kill my Lancer. Leave the Merc there to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing here. This isn't even my winning takedown.
So, I mean, that's the worst. That is, honestly, of, like, with that hand, if you think of the things you could have done. I mean, besides, of the viable things you could have chosen, that was by far the worst one at the worst time.
Yeah.
So, if you imagine him killing you bolster, I think the two first plays you could have done were either bolster ensign or spy.
Yeah.
I think I actually like the bolster more. He attacks with his Earl. He was going to do that anyway, right? I mean, maybe you could say maybe he wasn't going to do it if you didn't move your Merc away, but I think he still would have.
Yeah.
So then you march onto the point.
Yeah, then I march, then I have a chip to protect.
If he has a second Earl, he attacks you. If he doesn't, and you attack him, he has to take initiative. And then you get the option back. You might have been able to race with crossbowmen. And also, he's still sitting right here, so when you draw your crossbowman, you're going to... I mean, like, you could have put him in a real tough position there.
I am the king of making the worst play.
That choice was...
It's awesome to... Like...
What was that choice?
It's a compound blunder, you know? Like, it's the bad move at the bad time. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
What do I change my mind? What?
You're really hiding that,
What the hell? I don't know what the hell I'm doing there.
I can't get over that move. Wait, so what did he do there?
He recruited another Earl.
So he didn't have the second Earl, which means that you probably could have blown him out there. Because even if he took initiative to kill your Merc, you're going to kill him with crossbowmen. You probably could have won.
I mean, for sure I could have won.
Well, I mean, like, I think you would have won if you...
I didn't draw the crossbowman.
Okay.
I mean, I did, still should have planned for it. But yeah, I did not. And so... Now I got this loser to deal with.
I mean, the fucking pathetic control, like, just tail between his legs, just, I guess I'll control.
I'm really big on this controlling thing, and that's something I gotta let go of.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I feel like the amount of lost tempo of moving and then just leaving.
Yeah, I mean, you never should move, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is something that we should, I mean, it's worth getting this through to people.
It's the sunk cost fallacy in
war
chest.
So there's kind of this there's kind of like a gradient of war chest player knowledge and what their actions are like. And the beginner has like no idea about controlling points. They just like kind of move. They like to attack a ton. They like to recruit a ton. And usually you can just move and barely even attack them and you just control.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to control anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the secondary player is kind of like, all right, like it's more about controlling than it is about, fighting, and they get that kind of down, and they're less attacking, less recruiting, more doing that. But what's really important is to realize what you need to do to win, or sometimes what's more important is what you need to do to not lose. In this situation, controlling that point was so meaningless.
It's what this is if for the Magic the Gathering players out there, I remember when I was playing Magic a lot, and I like read a lot about it. It's figuring out who's the rushing player, who's rushing, and who's defending.
Yeah, who's the aggro player.
And that changes throughout the game, and you got to know what it is. Like in this case, who's the one attacking and who's the one defending?
Yeah.
And I'm the one, like I'm over here taking a point as if we're racing, but I'm on the defensive. Me taking points right now does not matter to this
Not
game.
at all.
What matters is how do I stop the Earl, because he's going to run away with it.
Yeah.
And I didn't make that shift. I mean, even maybe I thought it was racing even when I didn't attack. I thought, oh, we're racing here. I don't know how I thought that, but that's what that mentality led to my moves.
Yeah.
Is I think we're racing for points, but we're definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
He's racing for points, and I need to stop him. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's watch this car accident unfold.
I mean, yeah, I can see that it's over in a second.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of a blunder I make here. Tell me I deploy the Lancer at least first, and I don't move my... Thank God. Imagine if I just moved my Mercenary.
Yeah,
Wouldn't put it past me. Okay. What is this, a pass?
I mean, there's honestly like nothing you can do here. You can't. It's like one of these things where you can't even take the Mercenary off the point. It's just... yeah, I mean...
What do I do here? Make an attack. At least so he can't march.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to watch.
I think he just bolsters it,
I mean,
and then he gets ready for the march.
Might as well.
Wait, the recruiter... What do I do here?
Oh, you reinforce. I mean, that's not...
Just a coin.
That's not great. Also, by the way.
What? Deploying there?
I mean...
Or what, deploying at all?
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter at that point, but like...
You think here's better? Is what you're saying?
Marginally, yeah.
I didn't think it mattered.
It doesn't matter.
I thought it was equivalent. Why is it better, though? Just because he could recruit one, and... I mean, he doesn't have any.
Yeah, that's
scouts.
the thing. He doesn't have any.
I mean, if he had a scout, obviously I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, what decision, how I thought I made this. I'm like, oh, I think I'm dead.
I mean, yeah, I probably would have conceded at this point because I get fed up with shit. Kill that scout. Tell me you kill the scout. I want to see you kill the scout. Oh, man. Even. Yeah,
hey,
I guess you
can't. He's got the Earl and the bird. He's got the Earl and the bird. He's got the early bird.
That's a new strat.
Oh, the early bird. That's the...
Wow.
It's great because the Earl and the scout are actually a really good combo. Wow, the early bird.
I love it.
All right, the early bird opening. Here we go. Come on, guys. You gotta have a little levity here. You know what I mean? When you're taking beats this bad.
Yeah.
This is my day. You know what I mean? This is how I live.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I mean, a lot of good lessons to learn from my games, and I'm glad you are all here to experience these lessons. Together.
No, I mean, it's, you know, again, he's a very, very good player, high rank, still ranking up. I mean, he's gonna be expert very soon. And it just shows that there's mistakes that happen in every game, and sometimes you can go through a game and you can make a mistake, and you know, maybe you are like, that's a tough play. I don't know if I made a mistake, and you won't ever find out because you win the game, you know, or it doesn't matter.
Sure, yeah.
But sometimes when you're playing against really good players, that one mistake will completely ruin the game for you, and it just feels so bad.
Oh, it feels bad.
It feels so bad.
So with lesson here, you know, I mean, another lesson is order matters. If I did that in a different order. And what's interesting about that is, I mean, obviously I've said it a million times, that move was terrible. But if I did my moves in the right order,
yeah,
I probably wouldn't have made that terrible move.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Like, I don't know what tunnel vision I had.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me during that deranged moment where I'm like, that mercenary's got to go on that left point. But if I just said, okay, I'll do that. I'll make this an insane play, but I'll do it last because that's the right way to do it. He would have killed my Lancer, and I'd have said, oh shit, actually, I think this mercenary's got work to do here.
Yeah.
And it would have actually it would have reset my plan.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on with the conniption I was having during that session. But that's why, bad plays aside, order matters because getting the most information, why we're saying that is because you want to save your most, I don't know what to say, impactful, revealing.
Yeah, that's
you want to save that for last to not give information to your opponent and to extract maximum information from your opponent. That's what it's all about. If I bolster my Lancer if I bolster my Ensign down here, that gives nothing to my opponent.
Nothing.
I mean, he knows I have an Ensign chip, but this is irrelevant to the game. And now he has to make a move. Mm-hmm. And maybe he probably would have passed in that case. Let's say he passed. He would have done the same thing back. But you want to delay what you're giving away as long as possible to get the most out of him.
Every time you make him play a chip, you learn more about his hand or what his strategy is, what he's trying to do.
Right. Yeah.
And every time you don't make a move with one of your key units, you do the exact opposite. You stall giving away information about what your plan is and what you're trying to do. So if you bolster the Ensign there, like you said, that's not telling smartly what you're trying to do with the mercenary, what actually you have in your hand. It's not telling you anything about the meaningful plays that are about to happen. And so that's why you want to drop one of those first, because he's still wondering at that point. He's like, okay, the Ensign's out, but now what? And then he has to show something. So he has to start tipping his hand because in that situation, he's gone first. So, yeah.
Imagine if I was a better player, I would have won this game and the last game. My rank would have been so much higher than it is today.
Would have felt great.
But, blunders happen. But at least I know where the blunders are.
Yeah, hey, as long as you're learning from them, mistakes are good. Because, you're always going to make mistakes. But if you understand why you did it and what you could have done better, then you're a better player.
We were just talking about this in between filming, but playing this game distracted is a serious problem.
It's so bad.
I play during work all the time, and I'm like sitting in a meeting and I have this open in a tab, and I'm like, I'll make a move, and there's a lot of times where some moves you don't know are important. Like, in this case, I don't remember thinking about that move very much. Obviously not. But some of the things we mentioned, I thought we were racing. Yeah. I thought we were racing for points. Yeah. I obviously had a glaring error in thinking my Lancer was safe or whatever. I didn't realize that was an important move. But in some moves you do realize are important, and you think about them for longer than 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. If you're playing distracted and you know a move is important, stop.
Yeah.
Do not make that move until you're not distracted anymore. Yeah. The moves that you don't remember, whatever. Ideally you are never distracted and you play the game with perfect focus. But, we're all playing on our phones at a restaurant and all that shit.
Yeah.
If you got a tough move to make that is meaningful and important to the game, don't make it.
Let it marinate in your head.
And I almost make a rule of thumb, this is something I've wanted to put in practice. And it's what's every possible thing you can do in a hand?
Yeah.
Not only is do I attack with my swordsman or bolster it? Attack with the swordsman and all 8 places it can go.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Yeah.
5? 5. Think about what the implications are of every single cascading thing. And it's a lot, but it's not undoable. It's a knowable amount, and that's an important. The faster you get through that process, that you could do that. You should do that every move.
Yeah.
And that'll help you go through order. It'll help you go through movement. I'm going to start doing that. I haven't done that, but that's one of the things. Forcing focus.
Yeah. You really have to. Yeah, and especially if you're playing a bunch of games. When I wake up, I have 15 games I have to start playing on, and it's really easy to just kind of go all right, let's look at it. Okay. Move. Let's look at it. Move.
Yeah.
And you really shouldn't do that ever. You should always just kind of pause and be all right, what's the situation here? What was the last move? What does that reveal? What am I trying to do? Let's think about it.
You want to play your best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know the drill, people. Click the subscribe button.
And share.
Click that little bell.
Send us replays.
Leave a comment about what you like and don't like.
Tell him how awful of a player he is.
Compliment my sweater. Thanks for coming. See you next time.